What if I told you the first 5 minutes after you wake up could decide whether you live 5, 10, or even 30 more years? Sounds crazy, right? But here's the terrifying truth. 99% of seniors have no idea that their mornings are silently shaving years off their lives. By the time you finish this video, hundreds of seniors around the world will experience dizziness, dangerous blood pressure drops, or memory lapses, all because they missed one crucial step in their morning routine, especially in the first 300 seconds. And here's the shocker, one specific morning habit has now been shown to protect brain cells, slow aging, and reduce disease risk. But hardly anyone knows how to do it correctly. Think about it, those stiff joints, that morning brain fog, the way your legs feel like concrete blocks when you first stand up. None of that is just aging. It's your body begging for the right trigger. And if you miss it, the damage compounds every single day. And a 2023 study in the Lancet Healthy Longevity found that seniors who followed a precise morning routine lowered their risk of death by 29%. In this video, we'll reveal a step-by-step morning routine that can slow brain aging, restore balance, lower disease risk, and unlock decades of extra healthy life. Step number 3 is the one most people are doing wrong, and it could be the key to reversing years of brain aging. And the truth is, almost no one is doing it the right way. Before we begin, let me ask you, what's the very first thing your body feels when you wake up? And what would you love to improve about your mornings? We are reading and replying to every single comment with personalized tips for your situation. So share your answers below. Now, without any further ado, let's start at step number 8. And don't underestimate it. It may seem small, but it triggers your entire internal reset. Step number 8. Button. Number 8, wake up without sitting up. Let's start with the most underrated yet possibly most life-saving morning move. Don't sit up right away. The moment your eyes open, your body is still transitioning between sleep and wakefulness. Your blood pressure is lower, your heart rate is still adjusting, and your brain hasn't fully recalibrated balance and orientation. And when you suddenly sit up or stand, your circulation drops fast. That's what causes those dizzy spells, blackouts, or even the occasional bump into furniture. In fact, a 2021 study in Journal of the American Geriatric Society found that seniors who spent just 30 to 60 seconds lying still after waking experienced 41% fewer incidents of morning lightheadedness and blood pressure crashes. Here's what to do instead: the moment you wake up, stay on your back. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Blink a few times. Then stretch your arms overhead slowly, not to wake up, but to signal to your nervous system, we are transitioning now. Breathe deeply. Count to 30. Then gently roll to your side before slowly pushing yourself up to sit. What most people don't realize is that jump-starting your day too fast is like trying to sprint without warming up. You're putting unnecessary strain on blood vessels, your heart, and your brain stem, which is the region that regulates balance. Once this becomes a habit, you'll notice something strange: you won't feel foggy anymore. No more standing up and grabbing onto walls. Your brain will feel clearer before you've even left the bed. Next up, the number 7 step is something almost everyone skips, and it starts with your step number 7. Mouth. Number 7, reset your mouth chemistry before you swallow anything. You might think the first thing that should enter your mouth in the morning is food or pills. Wrong. The first thing that should happen inside your mouth is a full oral reset. Because while you sleep, your mouth becomes a breeding ground for bacteria, acid, and inflammation. And if you swallow anything, even water, before fixing that, you're flooding your gut and bloodstream with toxicity. In fact, a 2022 study in oral diseases found that poor morning oral hygiene was linked to a 24% higher risk of systemic inflammation markers, including those related to heart disease and Alzheimer's. And here's where it gets interesting: the oral microbiome, which is the community of bacteria in your mouth, changes overnight. Some of those bacteria are necessary, but many build up into a film called biofilm, which, when swallowed, can disrupt your gut flora and immune balance. Here's what to do: right after sitting up, gently head to the bathroom. Before eating, drinking, or brushing, start with a 30-second oil pull using coconut or sesame oil. Swish slowly, not aggressively. Then spit into a tissue, never the sink. Next, use a tongue scraper. You'll be shocked at what comes off. Only after that, rinse with warm water and brush your teeth. This one change helps protect you from inflammation, reduces bad breath, and actually improves nutrient absorption from your breakfast. You'll feel it within days: less bloating, less coated tongue, and even a lighter head. Step number 6 is the opposite of what most people do next, and you're going to feel. Step number 6. The difference in your bones. Number 6. Delay your caffeine and activate your joints instead. Most people wake up and head straight for the coffee pot, but for seniors, that's the exact opposite of what your body needs in the first 20 minutes. Here's why: caffeine spikes adrenaline and constricts blood vessels at a time when your circulation is still waking up. It gives the illusion of energy but puts stress on your adrenal system, which is already working hard to balance blood pressure, electrolytes, and brain signals. In a 2020 study published in the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine, researchers found that caffeine consumed within 15 minutes of waking disrupted the body's natural cortisol rhythm in 68% of participants over 60, leading to energy crashes later in the day. Instead of coffee, your body needs movement. Not cardio, not exercise, but a specific kind of joint activation. Here's exactly what you need to do. Ankle rolls: sit on the edge of your bed, lift one foot, and rotate your ankle slowly 10 times clockwise, 10 times counterclockwise. Switch feet. Knee circles: stand with feet shoulder width apart. Bend knees slightly. Place your hands on them and rotate slowly 10 times each way. Hip openers: stand tall. Lift one knee as if marching and gently rotate your leg outwards in a circle. Repeat 5 to 8 times each side. Shoulder shrugs and rolls: lift your shoulders up toward your ears. Hold 2 seconds, then roll them back and down. Repeat 10 times. Neck tilt: slowly tilt your head side to side, then forward and back 5 times each, holding briefly. These movements stimulate synovial fluid, which is the internal lubricant that protects your joints. Start with 3 to 5 minutes. You'll feel blood reaching your fingers and toes. You'll notice your posture improving. Your knees won't pop as loudly, and by the time you drink your coffee 30 to 45 minutes later, it will actually support your energy, not hijack it. Now, step number 5 might surprise you because it has nothing to do with food or pills and everything to do with your feet. Before we continue, if this is opening your eyes, hit that like button so more seniors can see it. And don't forget to subscribe. We've got even bigger secrets coming up. Step number 5. Number 5, ground your bare feet and reset your inner compass. If you're waking up feeling off, like the room is spinning slightly or your thoughts are slower, it may have nothing to do with sleep and everything to do with your internal orientation system, which is the part of your brain that helps you navigate the world. That system is controlled by vestibular feedback, which starts with your feet. In fact, a 2022 study in Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience showed that seniors who practiced 5 minutes of barefoot grounding on a firm surface every morning saw a 21% improvement in balance and spatial memory after just 3 weeks. The skin on your feet contains thousands of nerve endings, which are your brain's antenna for gravity, posture, and alignment. Shoes block that feedback. Slippers dull it. Socks insulate it. Here's what to do. After your joint movements, stand barefoot on a flat, firm surface, ideally outside on natural ground, but even a hardwood floor works. Feel the contact. Shift your weight side to side, heel to toe. Breathe slowly. This reboots your vestibular system and reduces your fall risk before you've even started your day. And you'll notice something else: mental clarity. Your brain feels awake, your body feels stable, and your reaction time improves. Step number 4 is where everything starts to change, because now you're going to give your brain exactly what it's starving for. Step number 4. Number 4, feed your brain before your stomach. This is the turning point of your routine because what you do now determines how fast or how slow your brain will age over the next 24 hours. Before you eat, before you take pills, before you check your phone, your brain needs one thing: pure hydration plus neuro. Here's the science. While you sleep, you lose up to 1 liter of water through breathing and sweat. Your brain shrinks slightly overnight and becomes less electrically active until it's rehydrated and nourished. In a 2021 study in Nutrients, older adults who drank 16 to 20 ounces of room temperature water immediately after waking scored 23% higher on memory and attention tests just 20 minutes later. But that's just the hydration. What your brain really wants next is electrolytes plus natural glucose. Not sugar, but something your neurons can actually use. Here's what to do: mix 1/4 teaspoon of pink salt or sea salt in warm water with a squeeze of lemon. Sip slowly. Then eat a few bites of a fruit like banana or blueberries, just enough to break your fast with clean fuel. This primes your nervous system, stabilizes cortisol, and helps medications absorb more predictably. You'll notice your hands don't tremble. Your vision feels steadier. Your thoughts sharpen like a fog has lifted. Now, step number 3 is the one we warned you about, and most people are doing it completely wrong. Step number 3. Number 3, stimulate your brain before you relax it. Most morning routines are built around calming down, deep breathing, sitting in silence, stretching. But for seniors, the real danger is understimulation, not stress. That's right. If your brain doesn't receive enough stimulation within the first 30 minutes, your cognitive speed starts to decline for the rest of the day. This is especially true after 60, when the reticular activating system, which is the part of your brain that regulates alertness, becomes less responsive. In a 2023 study published in Neuroscience and Biobehavioral Reviews, seniors who practiced early morning brain stimulation within 20 to 30 minutes of waking experienced improvements in processing speed, memory recall, and reaction time by up to 32%. But here's where most people get it wrong: they stimulate their brain with screens, which hijack dopamine and leave the brain feeling flat an hour later. Or they start with passive stimulation, like music or casual conversation, which does very little. Here's what to do instead: after you hydrate and move, engage your brain with 3 to 5 minutes of active challenge. That could be a crossword, a simple brain puzzle app, or reading a short article aloud. Yes, aloud. Reading silently uses far fewer brain regions than reading out loud. Even reciting your to-do list from memory or naming 5 friends from high school activates your hippocampus, the memory center most vulnerable to aging. And when you do this daily, something strange happens. You feel younger. You start remembering names, appointments, stories. The world feels sharper. Step number 2 will take all of this and lock it in using something your body is already trying to. Step number 2. Give you. Number 2. Sync your breath with light. This step might feel a bit unusual, but it's the fastest way to lock in energy, mood, and hormone balance for the rest of the day. Your body is governed by something called the circadian rhythm, which is the 24-hour internal clock that controls sleep, hunger, alertness, and even immune function. What resets this rhythm every morning is light. And when combined with breath, the results are even stronger. In a 2022 study published in Chronobiology International, seniors who combined morning light exposure with guided breath work reported a 31% improvement in mood, motivation, and focus within 2 weeks. Here's how it works: your eyes contain specialized receptors called melanopsin cells that react to natural blue light. When light hits them, it sends signals to your hypothalamus, which resets your internal timing system. But here's the mistake most people make: they either open the blinds and walk away, or they do breath work indoors without any sunlight. To get the real effect, you need to breathe deeply while facing the light. Here's what to do: stand near a window or go outside. Look toward the sky, not directly at the sun, and inhale slowly through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold for 4 and exhale for 6. Repeat 6 to 10 times. This strengthens your vagus nerve, resets your cortisol cycle, and triggers serotonin, your feel-good hormone. You'll feel it. Your chest opens, your heart feels lighter, and the tension in your stomach starts to dissolve. Now, the final step, step number 1, is where everything comes together. This is your anchor, your compass, and it only takes one sentence. Step number 1. A day. Number 1, speak one purposeful sentence aloud. Most seniors don't realize it, but your first thought in the morning is often the most powerful one you'll have all day. Why? Because your brain is still transitioning from theta wave activity, which is the brain state associated with memory consolidation, emotional sensitivity, and subconscious programming. What you think or say during this time tends to stick and shape your choices for hours. In a 2020 study published in Psychology and Aging, seniors who practiced morning verbal intention setting showed significant improvements in executive function and reduced anxiety over a 6-week period. But this isn't about vague affirmations. It's about speaking one clear sentence aloud, something that reminds your brain why it's worth showing up today. It sounds simple, but neurologically this activates your prefrontal cortex, which is responsible for planning, focus, and decision-making, exactly what most seniors worry they're losing. And when done after syncing your breath and light, it amplifies your emotional resilience, which is the number one predictor of how well you'll recover from illness, injury, or even grief. Say it out loud every single morning, even if you don't believe it yet, because over time, your brain will. If you've ever felt like your body is aging faster than your mind, or like you're waking up into a slower, dimmer version of the life you used to know, this routine is your turning point. Because the truth is, most seniors don't need more medication, more supplements, or more rest. They need the right signals delivered in the right order at the right time. And that time is the morning. You've just learned how the first 5 minutes can reset your brain, restore your balance, reduce your inflammation, reawaken your memory, and even stabilize your blood pressure. Not through gimmicks, not through impossible routines, but through 8 powerful steps your body already knows and has been quietly asking for. So, tomorrow morning, start. Even if you only begin with one step, even if your body protests at first, even if your habits have been the same for 40 years. Because this routine doesn't just change how you feel, it could change how long you live, how clearly you think, and how confidently you move. Now, let me ask you, which step are you going to try first tomorrow morning? And what part of your morning routine have you struggled with most in the past? We are reading and replying to every comment with personalized advice. So, let us know below, and we'll help you make this stick. Thanks for watching.